Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video I'm going to do a review and a tutorial using the new palette that I picked up the other day at Ulta. It is the PUR Minerals Love Your Selfie palette. Now this is more than just an eyeshadow palette, it's a whole face palette. This is a limited edition item. It retails for $39, but it's a $125 value. I really haven't tried that many PUR Mineral products yet, but I recently picked up the PUR Minerals Double Ego eyeliner pen, which is awesome and one of my favorites, so I became more interested in the line. So when I saw that they had this and I could try a whole bunch of products at the same time for a great price, I picked it up. So the 8 eyeshadows are limited edition, but all the other products in this kit are some of their top selling products. So I was really interested to give the brand a try. So I've got the blush, the bronzer, the highlighter, the eyeshadows, I've got the Double Ego for the eyeliner, and I've got the mascara and the lip gloss. So all together I think it makes a terrific look. I think it's a really great value for the money. Of course, you know me, I have a couple of criticisms of the product, and I'll get into those a little later on. Now I think this is a great combination of colors because it gives you some warmer tones and some cooler tones. You know, I am always looking for that perfect taupey shade, and I thought that Capture really looked like one of those perfect taupes for me that I just love. But then sometimes I've been feeling like warming it up a little bit lately, and so I love this color Fade. That's a beautiful color. And then I was really intrigued by Filter, which is this beautiful shimmery pinky grayish almost metallic color. And then of course I love it when they throw in a nice matte black because that's so versatile. You can use it for eyeliner wet with a push brush, or you can just deepen up the crease with it, so it's great. The bronzer, I kind of thought this was a funky color. I wasn't sure how it was going to look on me, but I gotta say I actually really like it. The blush I think is really pretty, and the highlighter is nice too. It's not really a glittery highlighter, which is what I like about it. It's just more of a shimmer powder, so it doesn't leave you with a face full of glitter. I have never tried the mascara before, so trying the mascara today will be great to see how it wears. And of course the lip gloss, I hadn't tried any of their lip glosses either, so I'm wearing that as well. So I've got the whole face done with this. Let's go right into the tutorial, and then I will come back and tell you what I think of the whole palette. Alright, I've done one eye already, and we're going to go ahead and recreate the same look on this eye, starting with grooming the eyebrows. I'm using the Flower Beauty Take a Brow Complete Brow Kit and my Beauty Junkies brow brush. First I'm dipping it into the lightest color in the palette, and I'm starting it about halfway out on my eyebrow to kind of shape and define and lengthen the tip. And then I go back into the medium shade, which is a little bit darker, and then I just fill in some places where my eyebrow hairs are a little sparse. Then I just go to the other side, the spoolie side, comb that through. And then what I really love about this kit is it gives you this little brow wax in here. And they actually have a dual-sided brush. I do like this little brush for applying the brow wax, so that's going to hold my brows in place all day. For the primer, I went to my tried and true Tarte Clean Slate 360 Creaseless 12-Hour Smoothing Eye Primer. It locks your shadows into place, it wears all day, it doesn't crease, it doesn't settle, it doesn't fade, and it really smooths my older crepey eyelids and keeps them looking nice and smooth all day. The first color I'm going to dip into is the one on the upper left-hand corner, a matte off-white. It's called Exposure, and I'm using my Beauty Junkies Pro Blending Brush. I'm applying that all over the lid, all the way up to the eyebrows, so that I'm using that as kind of a base to blend everything else into. That's going to disguise any irregularities in the color of my eyelids, any veins, any blueness, any redness, and it's also going to serve as our brow highlight. Then I'm going to take my Beauty Junkies crease brush and I'm going to dip it into the color Fade. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hold a tissue up underneath my eye. These shadows have a ton of fallout. That also kind of gives me a guide at the outer corner. I'm going to apply the eyeshadow in a straight line from the inner corner of my brow to the outer corner of my brow, being sure to leave the previous color Exposure that we put as the brow highlight in the arch of the brow. And this is such a light pale color that really is almost a perfect match for my skin tone that I can really put this up high, and it's just going to be a beautiful color that we can blend the other colors into, but it is going to start to make that hood recede. Next, I'm going to dip into Capture on the bottom row, and I'm going to use my Beauty Junkies angled brush. And I'm just going to place this in the outer V. So I'm going to place the brush aiming one way on the movable lid, and then I'm going to turn it and place it into the crease, creating that outer V. Then I'm taking my Beauty Junkies blending brush and blending those three colors all together so everything's nice and smooth. So next I'm going to dip into the color Filter, which is that beautiful metallic mauvey pink color, and I'm going to use my Beauty Junkies all over shader, and I'm going to pack that on my entire lid from the inner corner to the outer corner. And I'm going to keep it all beneath the crease except for the center, where I'm going to go up a little bit higher, and I'm just going to kind of follow the natural curve of my eyeball under there, and I'm just going to put that up and press it into that curve of my eyeball. Okay, and I'm just packing that on by pressing. Next, I'm going to use my Beauty Junkies blending brush, and I'm going to dip into Flash, and I'm just going to pat a little bit of that in the inner corner to lighten and brighten up the inner corner of my eye. Next, I'm going to use my Beauty Junkies pencil brush, and I'm going to dip into the dark, scary for me, purple metallic color. It mainly goes on like a dark gray, so don't be afraid of it, but just take the tiniest bit on the tip of the pencil brush and tap it at the outer edge of the lash line, and then a tiny bit, just turn the brush so that it's angled towards the eyebrow, and just tap it a little bit where you would want to do like a little baby wing. And that's all I'm putting there. That's it. Because a little bit goes a long way with this stuff. Then I'm going to go back to my Beauty Junkies Pro blending brush, and I'm going to blend that out. And you can keep going back and forth and packing on more color and blending until you get the look that you want. For the last step, I'm going to take that same Pro pencil brush, and I'm going to dip it into the color Capture. Draw that on underneath the lower lash line, and then bring it out at the corner of the eye to create, again, our little mini wing. I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Color Icon eye pencil in silver, and I'm going to line the waterline from the inner corner to the outer corner of my lower lids. Then, using the PUR Minerals Double Ego eye pencil in Swiss Alps, first I'm going to use the mechanical pencil end to do a stencil for the eyeliner, so that's going to go above the upper lashes, as close to the lash line as you can get it, from the inner corner to the outer corner. And then I'm going to trace over that with the liquid liner portion of the Double Ego liner. Then when you get to the place where you want to make your little baby wing, you just turn it the other way so that the tip of the brush is aiming up towards your eyebrow, and just press it there to make your little wing. For the last step, I'm going to finish it off with the PUR Minerals Big Look Mascara from the Love Your Selfie kit. I'm going to apply 2 coats of this, and between coats I just take an old spoolie brush that I have and brush through the mascara and use that to kind of bend the ends and curl it up. And if you happen to make a mistake doing that and get some mascara on your eyelid, don't try to remove it right now. Wait for it to dry completely, and then you can just wipe it away easily. And then I'm going to put a coat on my lower lashes as well and run the same spoolie through it. Now I'll just finish off the face with the rest of the products in the kit. I'm going to use my Real Techniques blush brush and the Mineral Glow bronzer. I'm going to do underneath my cheekbones in a backwards 3 shape from the temple to the corner of the eyebrow, and then sweeping it down underneath the cheekbones. I always like to do a little bit of bronzer under my jawline because, you know, gals, if you have a little sagging down there, a little bronzer helps to contour that area. Alright, now I'm using my Chikuhodu RP4 brush to pat on the blush from the Selfie kit, and that is a really pretty pale pink color that really brightens up the center of the face. I love that. And now for the last item, which is the Afterglow Illuminating Powder, I'm using another Beauty Junkies brush. This is the mini angled brush from the mini face kit. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of the illuminizing powder to the tops of my cheekbones, above my eyebrows, down the center of my nose, and in my Cupid's bow. Next, I'm going to apply my Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie Lip Liner in Liberated. And then over that, I'll just put a little coat of the PUR Minerals Lip Gloss in Exposed. So here's the finished look. As you can see, the eyeshadow is really pretty, a really wearable look out of that, and I actually like the rest of the face product. So let me talk about the kit as a whole and give you my feelings about it. As you heard in the tutorial, this has a ton of fallout. I left this sitting on my desk while I was using it, and because I was using one hand to hold those tissues up to my face and the other hand to work the brushes. So basically I was tapping off the brushes on the corner of the palette, and the fallout was falling behind it. I closed the lid on the box and I saw this pile of fallout behind it, and I could not believe the size of this pile. I mean, it's huge. I put a pen in there to show you for scale how much fallout there is. That is a lot. If that was on your face, you would have to basically wash your face and start over. I just really don't like shadows that are so messy to use. It's just too much fallout. They're too powdery, they're too dry. You know, the blending is okay, but I feel like some of them kind of blended away to not really looking that great, especially Fade, which is the color that I really like the best. I feel like I put on, 3 coats of it along there, and you can barely even see it anymore. Capture and Filter are probably the ones that have the best color payout in this package. Photobomb, I think, is a disappointment because it looks like a beautiful dark purple on here, and really it just shows up gray. So it doesn't really keep that purple color. The matte black is really nice. That is really saturated, a ton of color payout, but that said, it's right above the highlighter, and already from using it once, it's in the highlighter. So that black, every time I use it, is going to contaminate that highlighter more and more and more. I'd say that the most successful shades in here that I like the best, I think Exposure's good, Capture's good. I wasn't that impressed with Flash. I didn't really think it showed up or stayed or was a very flattering color. I actually originally used it on the whole inner corner, and I didn't like it enough that I covered it over with Filter. The sepia is also really pigmented and nice. Filter, very successful. I love Filter. I think that's the best looking color on here. If I was going to continue to use this, I would probably just use like this little quad right here would be my go-to colors in it. And but I do like the face things, although I feel like they're a little bit drying. They're making my skin look a little dry. I do like the lip gloss very much. I think the lip gloss is really like a perfect nude color. I have a hard time with nudes because a lot of times they are too brown for me, too orange for me, too pale pinky for me, and this is just a really nice color. I like the level of shine. It's not too shiny, but it's not like a super high gloss. It's almost got a little bit of a metallic finish where it's got like that little silver overtone to it, and I think that's very pretty and very wearable. And the big surprise, I love this mascara. I think it gives really a nice amount of length, really good separation. It doesn't make your eyelashes look like they're out of a horror movie, where a lot of the mascaras these days, they're trying to do so much that they make your eyelashes look like they are spider legs, and that drives me crazy. So really the hits for me in this are the lip gloss, the mascara, and probably 5 out of 8 of the eyeshadows. These are pretty. I just feel like they're a little bit drying. I feel like this is really a pleasant surprise, the bronzer, because I thought it was going to be too much of a funky color on my skin, but it actually looks quite nice, and it's not too dark and overly obvious. The color range is very pretty, very flattering, very good for doing day to evening. It's got a nice mix of warm and cool, so just purely from the color standpoint, it's a terrific palette of colors. So, from that standpoint, it's a good palette, it's a good value. I just wish it had far, far, far less fallout, that the colors, that the eyeshadows were much creamier, and that even the face powders were a little bit creamier as well. I love the packaging, and I love the idea of love your selfie. So with this on, you could love your selfie. So all in all, a mixed bag for me as usual. But not a bad value at $39. If I had paid $125 for it, I would probably be really unhappy with it. But at 40, where there's, you know, good mascara, good lip gloss, and some usable colors in here, you know, it's not bad. So that is my full review and tutorial on PUR Minerals Love Your Selfie limited edition kit. So I hope you enjoyed the video today, everybody. I hope you found it helpful and informative. And as always, I really appreciate your time. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.